everyone, we're here, we're back, and today we are back on Reddit. We'll be looking at the sub r/talesfromretail. I've worked many retail jobs in my lifetime, so I have many stories myself. So when I found this sub the first time, I could relate to honestly almost every story that I read. You know how some countries it is mandatory to join the military for a couple years? I believe we should do that, but with retail. I think everyone should have to work at least 1 year of their life in retail because I think it would cause everyone to be more patient with one another. It would also teach people how to properly speak and treat other retail workers because they would, become more understanding themselves. Because once you yourself have worked in some sort of retail customer service job, you really do gain a patience and understanding and appreciation for that worker because you, in a way, can, sympathize with them. You're like, I know. I know what it's like. And, they're always apologizing. You're like, no, I totally get it. And you'd be more understanding if certain products weren't in because that's always an issue when a certain product isn't in that a customer wants and then they throw a huge fit. I have plenty, so many stories of customers throwing fits because certain products were not on the shelves. Anyways, those are stories for a different day. That's enough of my rambling and believing that we should all work retail. I really do still believe that. But anyways, let's get into these stories. Why don't you want the free item? Just a few hours ago, I had a customer come to my register, and at the time, I didn't realize how difficult it would be to try and explain to someone how a sales tag works. When you walk into a store and see an item on sale, normally you would have to get 2 or more items to reach that sale price, like buy one get one half off, buy 2 for $20, so on and so forth. But if you decide to just get one item, it's not going to be half the sale price. It's going to be a little more at the normal price. This woman, we're going to call her W, comes to we're going to call myself M, counter, and places 2 bottles down. Then pushes one off to the side saying she doesn't want it. Happens all the time. Don't care. I'll put it back at the end of the shift. Ring the woman up, scan her store card, and tell her the price. No, that's wrong. I'm sorry? That price is wrong. It's supposed to be half off. I scan the product and read the sale. The sale on the product for this week is buy one get one free. Would you like to add the second bottle so it can become free? No, I don't want the free one. You need to mark this one as half off. We can't do that unless there is, for this specific sale, no more on the shelf or in the back. I'm not allowed to discount anything, and only then I will need another associate to witness me doing it, and she clearly brought up another bottle. We're not allowed to mark anything down, ma'am, unless we absolutely have no other bottles in the store, or you do not wish to mix and match the qualifying sales items. You can get the free one, but I'm not going to bring the price down any lower than it already is. Fully prepared to call a manager, but she just scoffs and pays for one bottle before walking out. Thinking back on it hours later, it would have been the cheaper alternative to get the BOGO free sale. You buy 2 for the price of 1. Whereas if I discounted it next time she comes in, it would be full price only and not on sale, which is the equivalent of a buy one get one half. But if she wants to waste her money and not spend logically, what can I say? I don't understand why this lady wouldn't just take the second bottle. Most of the time, buy one get one free, that's a very rare sales price. It's usually buy one get one half off or buy 2 get one half off, something like that. So for them to have a sale of buy one get one free, I don't understand why she wouldn't just take it unless she didn't understand, but it seems pretty clear. I don't know, maybe she was just trying to scam the cashier into getting something cheaper. Who knows? Lady found an item in the wrong spot. Demanded to get the price she found it at. I worked at a grocery store as a courtesy clerk and cashier. I have many stories to tell in my short time there. I was bagging this lady's groceries while the cashier, Ash, as she will be referred to, was just doing her thing, making small talk about the local festival, the usual, She got to a jar of hummus, rang it up, and the lady stopped her. That wasn't the price. It was supposed to be cheaper. Well, what was it supposed to be? It said $2.99, where I found it. I can have Jay go check the price and see if we do need it fixed. I happily did. To nobody's surprise, it rang up the right price. The only other thing in that row was off-brand hummus for $2.99. I went to go explain that she grabbed the wrong one and hell broke loose. Ma'am, the price rung up right. It is supposed to be that price. It was this one, holding up this off-brand dip. We can void it off for you and sell you this one if you would like. Well, I wanted the name brand, and it said $2.99. I want it for $2.99. Ma'am, we have to document the reasons why we change prices. Just because you want it for $2.99 doesn't mean we change it to $2.99. Corporate has gotten onto my store a lot for doing things similar to that, so we're under high watch, so I wasn't going to get in trouble because of a crazy person's dip. I want to speak to your manager. Well, they're at the service desk, but there's a big line for them, so it will be a bit. I can try to call them. I want to speak to your manager directly. You guys are supposed to be nice and care about customers. At this point, she was yelling very loud, disrespecting both me and Ash. Saying all that made Ash start to become visibly anxious, almost to the point of tears. I ask if she's okay. She isn't. I tell her to go get something to drink and I'll take over. The lady was furious at that. Where is she going? She wasn't done checking me out. She needed to go do something. I'll happily take over for her. You taking over doesn't help the situation. Okay, I'll bring my boss over and she can talk to you. I paid for the front-end manager to come to my lane. By this time, there's a huge line for the lane. 5 or 6 people behind her. The manager comes by asking where Ash was. I said that she was feeling overwhelmed and had to walk away. The manager then proceeds to talk to the customer. Hello, ma'am. Sorry about that wait. What seems to be the issue? I just wanted my hummus for $2.99, and he won't do it. Is this true, Jay? Yes, it is. I went to check before Ash stepped out, and the off-brand one was $2.99. I grabbed her one of the same flavor in that brand. I grab it and show her, and she got upset at me and Ash for not just marking it down, eventually yelling at us and belittling us. Ma'am, I'm going to void off the hummus. If you come by here and harass my workers again, I will kick you out. These are people you're talking to, not just some robot. They have feelings. You may not, but others do. Your total is this. Would you like to use your loyalty card? The lady paid for it while complaining about how bad the service is, how they mistreated her. The next person in line called her out, saying that Karma's a bitch, just like her. The next person was a regular of mine, really nice lady. Uses a ton of coupons and is really nice about it. I always love checking her out. She asked if I was okay. I was, but Ash wasn't. After that rush, I went to go check on Ash. Her makeup was a mess from tears. She thanked me for taking over and letting her leave. She got to the break room and just broke down crying. I tried to console her and make sure she was okay. All this over a jar of nut puree. Shaking my head. TLDR. Bitch of a customer verbally assaulted me and my coworker because we followed protocol and almost got kicked out. See, this is the thing. Like, I get it. You found something in a different section. People put things back in the wrong area. It happens, honestly, all the time. And if something rings up differently than the price it actually is, the store, 99.9% of the time, will give it to you for that markdown price. If you become bitchy and rude, you usually don't get what you want, so being nice really is the way to go in these certain circumstances. Please do not take the clothes off the mannequin. Sometimes customers need an item off of the mannequin, so we typically take it off ourselves, or if we are busy, we call someone over there to take off the item. Today, the customers didn't listen. So I'm swamped with customer after customer. These girls say they need something off of the mannequin, a pair of leggings. They ask if they should wait for one of us or just take it off themselves. Since they don't know how to properly take the item off the mannequin, I tell them one of us will. They go over and wait. I call Milwaukee for someone and they call my area in the store. I tell them the situation, and since they are upstairs, it will be a little wait. The girls eventually get impatient and waiting for the associate to come and take off the leggings and manage to knock over the mannequin. They dash off in laughter over the mannequin falling. I don't know why that was so funny. As they're leaving, I see the person coming. She's mad because they just left the mannequin on the sales floor and couldn't wait. I've never seen this coworker mad before, so it was shocking to say the least. See, I get it. It happens. We get impatient, but why are you going to ruin something? Like, why do you need to, knock over the mannequin and then laugh about that? That's just so immature. It's so rude. And these are the kind of people that I think need to work in retail for at least a year, because then they would understand. I don't like the songs on the CD. You have to take it back. So I was working at the customer service desk of a supermarket in Ireland that also sells CDs and DVDs, and over the Christmas I got an interesting request. A middle-aged woman comes up to me with a Robbie Williams Christmas CD and a receipt. This is what happened. I want to bring this CD back. Notices that there's no plastic seal in the CD case, so it's obviously been opened. Okay, what was the problem with it? I don't like the songs on it. I want to bring it back. I'll just call my team leader just to make sure. Knowing, well, we can't take it back if there's no seal on it. My team leader comes up and I explain the situation. I want to bring this back. We can't take it back as it's been opened. But I want to bring it back. I don't like the songs on it. It's been opened. There's no seal on it, so we can't take it back in case it's been damaged. In a condescending tone. How am I supposed to know if I like the CD when I can't listen to it? You have to take it back. I'll get the store manager and see what he says. My team leader calls over the store manager then. She has explained the situation to him and the reasoning for why the lady wants to bring back the CD. Store manager explains the exact same thing, and the lady gets annoyed, exhales, and leaves. All this happened while there was a very long queue since it was over Christmas. I need to get out of retail. TLDR. A lady wants to return her Robbie Williams Christmas CD because she listened to it and didn't like the songs and got mad because we wouldn't take it back. I used to work at Blockbuster back in the day, and I had a customer come up to me after he had rented a movie and said, I didn't like this movie, I need a refund. And I was like, we don't do that. And he got very annoyed because he didn't like that it had, I believe it was he didn't like that it had religious undertones or something, which I'm pretty sure the back of the movie said that it did. So he said that it offended him that there was religious undertones. So I just ended up pushing him off to my manager and being like, you deal with this. I don't know what to do, because I was like, I can't return it. You handle this. The joy that is after Christmas returns. I will try to make this short. I will fail. I work at a nice discount retail store where every item is clearly marked with our store's price tag. Those tags are important because that's how we keep inventory. Anyway, with Christmas over, we are naturally getting a lot of returns. This isn't usually a problem because our returns can be processed by a regular cashier, such as myself, and we tried to ask every customer if they needed an extra gift receipt leading up to the holidays. But of course, we still have problems, mostly because people just don't think. Let me explain. To do a return at our store, you preferably need a receipt and the item with the store tag. Then you can get your money in whatever tender you used within 30 days. A return after 30 days, you get a store voucher. If you don't have the receipt, we can still help. We can look up the item by the number on the tag and give you a voucher. Just need a photo ID for that. Gift receipts also have the item's number on it. But, and this is important, if you have no receipt and no tag, there's literally nothing the store can do for you. Since many of the items being returned right now were gifts, a lot of people just pulled off the tags and threw out the receipt without a second thought. I get that. Not everyone is as OCD as myself about making sure my presents are returnable if needed. And it sucks if you or someone you gave a gift to is stuck with something they don't want. But the general lack of common sense and rudeness of some of the people I've had to deal with this past week when it comes to returns is just getting a bit too much. Especially when they try to go over my head to a manager. Spoiler alert, they can't help you either. The best though was someone trying to do this over the phone. I was working through a long line of customers in my register when the phone rings, and I grab it while still assisting my line. The lady on the other end goes off on how she needs to return a beauty set she was gifted, but doesn't have the receipt or price tag. I tell her without either, there's not much I can do. I know that already. Who do I need to talk to? Because it's already missing items before I even opened it, and I need to return it. She goes off again now about how the set is missing tweezers and a makeup brush and whatnot. I'm kind of thinking that whomever bought the set would have noticed that, as those sets we have almost always come with clear packaging that lets you see what's in it, but whatever. I'm very sorry to hear that, but without one of our store's price tags, we have nothing to put in the system to even look it up. Well, who can I talk to then? I can either speak to the manager, but they'll tell you the same. No, I know who your manager is, and she's rude. I don't want to speak to her. I knew exactly what manager she meant. The assistant manager has been called rude by customers on several occasions for doing things like telling their kids to stop running and screaming, asking them to put items back on hangers or not leave their carts in the middle of the checkout, or not hold up the line, talking to their friends in front of the register, or pay for the item their kids broke, or, not act like a complete a-hole in our store. We love her for that, by the way. That manager wasn't even working that day, but I told the lady to maybe try corporate, and she hangs up on me before I even finish my sentence. On the plus side, the customer I was helping, who could probably hear the lady's side of the convo too, since she was loud, told me she thought I handled the situation very well. Hopefully Christmas returns will peter out by the end of January. I know a lot of people think that once Christmas is over, that the rude customers will be gone, but little do they know, the returns, the wrath of the returning customers are just as evil as the people trying to purchase the items. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things retail in the comments below, and until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!